Alright, so a group of hyper-partisan lawyers are already trying to sue Donald Trump. This time is for violating the Emoluments Clause in the Constitution, which is elected officials aren't allowed to take gifts from foreign governments or some shit, but like the only really news commentators I watch is Tucker Carlson and Hannity, mainly because they both pretty much tell the truth, and Tucker's funny as shit, but I just wish Tucker would sometimes just be like, dude, shut the fuck up, you're a clown. Like this guy today, he's trying to say, this is like bipartisan group of lawyers who are bringing this lawsuit, and it's like, no it's not, it's fucking four raging liberals and two never Trumpers. And how is that bipartisan? If anything, that's hyper-partisan. That's like Obama and Hillary bringing the lawsuit against him. But the thing that Tucker failed to say is, hey dumbass, before 1963, if you got elected to like Congress, Senate, or President, you were actually successful. For some reason, since 1963, when JFK was killed and LBJ took over for him, not a single president has been successful, like on their own, really. You got LBJ, who was a fucking clown. Nixon, Ford, Carter, never did anything. Carter's probably the worst president ever. Reagan, he was made all his money in Hollywood and acting, really. You got H.W. Bush, who took his family money and went to Midland, Texas, and bought his way into the oil industry. I think he made most of his money developing shit for offshore drilling, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe he was in the Navy. And then you got the Clintons, who never have done anything. You got W. Bush, who really didn't do anything except for, I think he was in the Air Force. And then you got Obama, who didn't do anything except for a community organizer or a community leader. And like, I've been saying this for shit 15 years, yo. There's something seriously fucking wrong with your community if you need a community fucking leader. Like, a community fucking leader? What the fuck is that? How do you need a community fucking leader? But, like, prior to 1963, like, Truman, Roosevelt, Washington, Adams, Grover Cleveland, Herbert Hoover, all of them were fucking successful. They all had businesses. They all did shit outside of government. And for some reason, now they're trying to act like, because Trump owns hotels, if a foreigner stays in said hotel and pays for it, that's gifting him. That isn't gifting him. That's fucking having a business and running a fucking business. And I don't know why the fuck Tucker just let this guy off so fucking easy. And I mean, it started all the way at the beginning with George Washington. George Washington had a farm and was making whiskey and selling it internationally across the whole fucking globe. And they're trying to say that this Emoluments Clause has been in the Constitution since the very beginning, but it's never been fucking used. Because prior to 1963, people didn't go into government as a fucking career. People who were elected to government, people before 63 used their fucking head and elected people that were successful. Now we're electing people that have never done anything, and it's just like they go to DC and they give themselves $100,000 raises every couple of years, and they're getting rich off of it, and they haven't done anything their whole fucking life, and we're paying for it. And I was like, open your fucking eyes a little bit. Really, they shouldn't get paid shit. your like state senators, congressmen, they shouldn't get paid shit. They don't do anything. They do nothing. They go there and sit around and fucking talk. They shouldn't get paid a damn thing. And that's what happens when you start electing people that have never done anything in their life. They've never done anything. None of them. And that's ridiculous. Like, look at Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders laid on his fucking mother's couch until he was 40-some years old. Never did a goddamn thing. And this motherfucker has like 3 houses, 2 houses on a lake, and it's ridiculous. And wants to tax people 90%. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah. I just wish Tucker and Hannity would stop letting these fucking clowns off so easy and hammer them sometimes. But alright, I'm out. Later.